to an all-new layered Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. So last week we talked about Smash 4 drama at EVO. Today's video we're talking about the Melee drama at SmashCon. For all case and purposes, SmashCon was an extremely fun and successful Smash event. Nothing as dramatic as Bayonetta Grand Finals at EVO 2018 happened. However, there were 3 isolated events that did occur that picked up traction through Smash social media. And all 3 of them included top players in the Smash community in some way, shape, or form. So here's what we'll do. I'll go over all 3 events, giving you a quick recap on what actually occurred, followed by the usual real talk on the subject. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, and have a listen. The first event was literally just a single tweet where a user named Osiris the Great on Saturday during SmashCon said, "Finally get up on his setup after an hour." Elegant comes up like, "Can I use this setup for money matches?" My opponent, "Yeah, no problem." Me, cold stare. No, this is kind of weird just reading out. "Learn to say no, people. Fuck top player entitlement." To me, it seemed like the average salty tweet, I don't know. But then the tweet ended up blowing up with a lot of fuck top player privilege mentalities within the comments. Eventually, a few top players of the Smash community started to defend said tweet, while the player in question, Elegant, responded with, "First off, I said, can we use this setup for a money match? I was going to give you the setup back after I was done. A simple no thank you would have been good. Second, at me next time." Again, yes, a simple interaction between 2 people, but you know, it blew up on Twitter and then everyone started responding to it, and now it's here. That's the recap. Here's my take. Top tier entitlement, top tier privilege, whatever you want to call it, it's 100% real. If you're a top player within the Smash community, you can sometimes use your privilege to get things that a non-top player would not be granted. What occurred here at SmashCon though is actually extremely common and done by both top and non-top players alike. See, the idea is that there's this unwritten rule where matches on a setup have a certain priority. Top priority goes to tournament matches, second priority goes to money matches where money is on the line, and last priority goes to friendlies or casuals or whatever you want to call it. To be frank, it's a really dumbass rule if you ask me. The only rules that should ever be applied is the original FGC, whoever calls next got next, and whoever loses gets in the back of the line. Anyway, when all the setups have been taken, which is what happens at most tournaments, people will attempt to override priority by either asking or insisting that they use a setup to do a money match, even if it's not real. And if it's being asked by a top player, a lot of players either fanboy into saying okay or feel a bit intimidated and then say okay anyway. The fact here is that no one is obliged to listen to anyone about giving up their setup. So either the players say yes so they can enjoy watching the money match itself, or they can say no and the 2 players can go on about their business. In my opinion though, it all boils down to whoever that guy is being vindictive, either because they've reluctantly said yes in the past and or they've seen players say yes and later go on to say that they wish they would have said no. Well, I don't know, maybe he's jealous that he's not a top player so he can't fanboy his way into acquiring a setup. Whatever, I don't know. Regardless, it's stupid, but calling it top player privilege and lashing out, it wasn't necessary. But Smash niggas are dramatic, so all aboard the drama train. Smash drama event number 2. Mango snaps at the Melee community. Mango, aka one of the gods of Smash if you live under a rock, lost to an Ices at SmashCon early in bracket and decided to DQ himself, in which he tweeted, "Lost to an Ices and DQ'd myself. Peace." Apparently his fans started giving him shit for DQing and threatened to unsubscribe from his Twitch, which is pretty shitty, but I'll save that for later. He later tweeted that he needed a break and he felt better about the decision to DQ himself because he was really exhausted, before finally snapping back with, "For the people giving me shit, I stream 40 hours plus a week while trying to be a top player, while not being happy with my results, while never turning down a fan for whatever, while trying to be a family man 99.9999, which is essentially 100%, of you couldn't make it in my shoes, so shut the fuck up." What I find so interesting about this case is that Mango is hands down the most likable, most popular top player in Smash by a landslide. Dude has thousands of subscribers on Twitch and in my opinion the most loyal fan base of all Smash players. So the fact that Mango is snapping shows that absolutely no one is safe from the toxic that is within Melee's community. Regardless, like I said earlier, threatening to unsubscribe from your favorite player because they DQ'd themselves is manipulative, it's cancerous, it's terrible, yo. It's, in a nutshell, it's fucked up. I don't know how you can call yourself a fan or a supporter and then turn around and revoke that support during a time when clearly that person isn't feeling too great. Top players aren't puppets out here performing for your sole entertainment. They're people with feelings and emotions, and sometimes they have a shitty day, which is fine. Anyway, this actually leads me to the last biggest event that happened at SmashCon. Smash drama event number 3, Hungrybox hate, which is unfortunately very common. He's the #1 player in the world and he's been getting hate since day one. Some of it's probably from his persona back when he was young, but the majority of it is the fact that he mains Jigglypuff. And Melee hits hate Jigglypuff, mainly to the point where they think that Hungrybox is killing Melee because of that fact. Anyway, my man is out here. He's in the middle of a tournament. He's checking his watch repeatedly while he's on the tournament stage. Who knows why? No one. But because it's Hungrybox, the assumption was that he was somehow being disrespectful to his opponent. Leffen and the horde of HBox haters start jumping down his throat on social media, in which HBox tweets in a response to another tweet. Maybe it was because I was trying to see whether or not I could make my flight, which due to schedule delays, I was about to miss. But no, let's go ahead and assume I'm putting on a show. I'm just a fucking monkey dancing for y'all, huh? And then later with, fuck this community, man. All you guys ever do is look for ways to give me shit over a tiny thing. All 12 years of me playing Melee has been full of it. I'm literally mocked by my peers, my competitors, and community figureheads on a daily basis. Like, what's the point anymore? And that's it. That entire scenario kind of just speaks for itself, honestly. And if you think about it, that's kind of wild. Like, something like that coming from the #1 player in a game it speaks volumes. Now, I'm not here to put Hungrybox nor Mango nor any top player in some holier-than-thou pedestal, but I can say without a doubt that these guys don't deserve this level of hate from a community they've helped shape. And it's not just these guys. Zero, the best player in Smash 4 before retiring, received hate on hate at a non-stop pace, which makes me think, like, why is there so much toxicity in the Smash community? I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna tell you why. It all boils down to 3 simple points. Number 1, it's the vocal minority wanting attention. They say that the bad apple spoils the bunch, and it's true. It doesn't take much poison to turn a community toxic. And the Smash community, unfortunately, is just a breeding ground for it. For some reason, it's just become popular to be mean and edgy in 2018, and people are doing that in spades in order to force negative reactions out of people just so they can get attention from them. Like, it sounds crazy, but it's true. I've had multiple people say, Omni, you suck, and I hope you die of cancer. And I respond to them like, dude, what is wrong with you, man? Like, why would you say something like that? And they'll literally reply and be like, holy crap, I didn't know you'd respond. LOL, I love your videos. Like, bitch, what the fuck? The thing is that unfortunately people do respond to hate. And when you're hiding behind a monitor or a username, people love to be hateful. Number 2, the silent majority is being a little bit too silent. The thing is about the silent majority is that they're a huge number. The number of people who support Hungrybox and Mango are astronomically larger in proportion than those who don't. But they're chilling, you know, they drop a like there, they drop a few bits there, admire from the background. It's not until a player snaps and lashes back at the community where the silent majority eventually comes in and says, hey, what happened was wrong and I support you. Now, it's not their responsibility to speak up and do these things, but if you consider yourself a member of this community, it's equally as important to shut toxic people down as it is to not be toxic yourself. Finally, number 3, the lack of respect between top players. This one is a no-brainer. Monkey see, monkey do. Top players and figureheads have a fan base, so when someone like Leffen spends years shit-talking Hungrybox and Jigglypuff, you best believe his army of goons will start doing the exact same thing, except not only to Hungrybox, but to other Jigglypuff mains as well. There's a very clear lack of respect amongst players in the Smash community, as you can see with Bayonetta mains in Smash 4, or Hungrybox in Melee, or Ice Climbers in Melee. You don't really see that, like, for example, in a game like Street Fighter. Like, no one is flaming Daigo, or Tokido, or Fudo. And I feel like that's because they kind of all respect each other. Like, they're competitors, they're rivals, but they show respect to each other. But then again, they're all Japanese, so maybe it's an American culture thing, I don't know. For whatever reason, niggas are just mean for no reason out here other than to just be spiteful or carry on some villain mentality or for some social clout. And unfortunately, it's happening on a level that makes top players and figureheads fold from time to time. Real talk, I almost quit YouTube years back when I made a video called The Melee Community Rant. Hey boy, what you got there in your hands right there, huh? Just a copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. Ah, good old Super Smash Bros. Melee. Only the best game to ever bless the planet Earth. Oh, you got good taste there, boy. I thought you was one of those other youngins holding them other games, you know? You're like... Well, looky what we got here. A trash 4 player, huh? I talked about just how toxic the Melee community can be, specifically towards the Brawl and the new founded Smash 4 community. And ever since I made that video, I've been getting Melee elitists and Melee fanboys jumping down my throats, death threats, all forms of hate in every direction, as if I wasn't playing Smash since 2004. It was a huge eye-opener telling the community that you've been a part of for over a decade, hey, we're being hateful and we should kind of stop, guys. And then having that entire community turn on you. Sometimes the vocal minority yells loud enough to the point where you feel alone. It's not a good place to be, and it's not something that anyone should experience, especially when they care for the community that's actually doing this to them. You guys probably don't think these guys are real, but the Smash Illuminati used to try to tell me not to make certain videos back in the day. Videos like the ones I made a couple years back, or the one I made last week, or the one I'm making right now. Saying things like, oh, it'll shine Smash in a bad light. Like, nigga, we are in a bad light. They'd be like, Omni, think about the influence you have. Like, bro, that's exactly my point. I know I have the influence. influence. I know I have the influence to make people see us for how we truly be acting, and that's not something that should be hidden. We should be exposed for who we are and how we act instead of pretending that none of this shit is happening. And if you really truly love something like a friend, you'll tell them when they're fucking up, because that's what friends do. That's what I'm trying to do, at least. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode of Lay It Omni. You've just been laid. This has been another episode of People Really Suck Sometimes. And while the tone of this video probably comes off as negative, I still think we're the best gaming community hands down. I take pride in our community, good or bad, soap or no soap, and I hope that we can just stop being so shitty towards each other, for real, for real. That shit is just played out. Back before Smash was popular, we had a bit of drama like this, but we were all Smash brothers. Like, in the end, we showed up to tournaments and we fought it out and we had rivalries and friendships were made. Now we're popular and we've got a peanut gallery of stream monsters sitting at home thinking of the edgiest, meanest thing they can say to a popular person on the internet so they can get their 5 minutes of fame and plug in their SoundCloud. Like, you niggas are whack. You're not gonna win, okay? Grow the fuck up. Being mean doesn't make you interesting, nor does it change the fact that at the end of the day, you're just a lousy sack of shit who's projecting your own self-loathing onto others. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Let me know what you guys think of the whole SmashCon fiasco and the top player privileges in the comments below. I'll be reading them and responding to some of the better, well thought out ones. Do me a solid if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Omni signing out. I love you guys. Have an awesome day.